Hey guys, Kazna here, welcome back to FM24. We are playing my 10% challenge, where we take on PSG, the top wage spending club, by only spending 10% of whatever they spend on the wage bill, the squad wages. We picked up just before on the international break at the start of September, just before Strasbourg. It started off a bit dodgy. I lost 1-0 to Strasbourg at home. I was a bit worried. I was a little bit worried. I was tempted to revert. Well, you could see there, can't you? 24 minutes. I played the 4-4-2 again for 24 minutes with the two defensive midfielders pushed up. I think I did that on one or two different occasions. Where I got a little bit worried, but I stuck with it overall with the two deeper defensive midfielders and tried to tweak and tried to find out what was the issue. It did pick up a little bit again. I drew against Stade, which wasn't too bad, away from home as a response, and then I beat Montpellier 4-2 with a hat-trick from Roberto Fernandes, and that, as you can see there, it was his fourth goal in 2 games. That was really good. It was positive signs. Some of the goals we scored were great. We were defending a bit terrible, but some of the goals we were scoring were great. PSG, we scored 3 goals. We managed to get ourselves 3 goals. We got an extra goal right at the end there. The problem is that, again, defending, we just looked extremely vulnerable. We were just allowing them to. We were giving the ball away in our own half all the time. 2 of their goals were indirect free kicks. It was a bit frustrating. That could have been a score draw, or I could have snuck a 1-goal lead, a 1-goal win. To be honest, despite the stats being in the opposition's favour, but it was PSG away, so I wasn't too concerned that it was a loss. I just still felt I was on the right track. As you can see, they had a lot of possession, which was understandable. And I had generated some good XG from my chances and got the 3 goals, which was great. But we just allowed too much. We just allowed too many good stuff for them. It was no clear-cut chances, but it was just a bit easy for them to get through to them chances. So their XG per chance was kind of high as well. So I knew I had an issue there to fix, and I knew it might get a bit worse. As you can see, like, the attacking players on good ratings and the defensive ones on terrible ratings. So I knew I had a problem, and that problem did continue for a little bit longer. The Lens game won 3-2, again conceding a lot of goals, but I was scoring and playing well on the attack. Marseille possibly with the data update, the second hardest match of the season, possibly. It was a similar story. I just was looked very like exposed whenever they wanted to attack me. The possession wasn't really too big of a deal. Like, again, the chances I created were kind of high quality, and I got a goal. It was just I was giving up too much. I was just giving up too much completely. I don't mind them having the possession. It was just like the possession they had was in the wrong place. It was in my half. So I knew I had to find tweaks, and I was trying to find tweaks here and there to try and improve it. And it took a turn for the better. 3 clean sheets and 3 wins in a row. Nice at home, again, Nice are a pretty strong side. I won 1-0 at home. I kind of got a little bit lucky with the goal at the end. Nasty came off the bench, I believe, and scored a great finish. But as you can see, look, the opposition had high possession, but there was just no chances for them. So I was feeling a bit more confident about what I was trying to do. And then that trickled on. Monaco away, again, one of the hardest matches of the season. I did get a bit lucky with the penalty, but overall, in terms of the matches, the chance creation and how good the chances were, and compared to them, they did have good XG per chance, but it wasn't many chances. There was only 2 shots on target. You know what I mean? So yeah, that was pretty good. I was happy to take a draw there, and I got that penalty right at the end, which was fantastic. Metz was 3-0, and it looked even better. And then I started conceding again. What it was is I started to concede a lot of crosses. I thought maybe I'd improved during this bit, a few little tweaks. So I'll talk about the tactical tweaks in a minute. I'd improved how my effectiveness in not giving the ball away inside my own half. Now I was kind of exposed to crosses. They were scoring a lot of crosses, but I was still attacking with the same vigor. I got a goal there, and then I got 3 goals there, and I got the win in the end anyway against Nantes. But then the key point was in the second half. Yeah, you can see here in the second half, I did try another tweak. and I'll tell you what the tweak is now. I tried stop crosses team instruction, and I just seemed a lot better in that second half. There was just nothing really for them in that second half at all. I think I tweaked it just before halftime, in fact. I can't quite remember. I think it might have been just like 5 minutes before halftime. So they scored 2 goals from very few chances, which was very frustrating. But as you can see, one of them was an own goal, which was from a cross. A cross came in and there was an own goal. But then I put the power on and I dominated them. So the scoreline was close, but the performance was not close. It was a total destruction in terms of the performance. And then I followed that up with the final win against Auxerre 2-0. It wasn't the greatest team, but it was an away match with that same tweak, that same stop crosses tweak. Very, very little. So against the big teams, the tactic seems versatile enough to be able to attack with low possession. And against the lesser teams like Auxerre, I can attack with high possession, which is really good sign. I was worried that maybe I'd make a tactic that was too counter-attacking. That would be really poor against bad teams. You know, teams that sat back and let me have possession. But I feel like I'm getting somewhere. Look at the defensive ratings there for that game. Much more improved. Much more improved. To be fair, I could have been a lot more effective in attack. It was a bit frustrating, but we got the win in the end. So for the tactical changes that I made, I just talked about the stop crosses. That's a very new tweak in the last match and a half. So I'm hoping that one does help. To improve my giving the ball away in my own half, I switched to pass it shorter. I did try play out to defence and it wasn't quite working, but I did switch to pass it shorter for the back 3 defender duties. So the ball playing defender, central defender, and the IFB. One additional tweak to improve the efficiency of the IFB and the inverted wingback. I put take more risks on. Which has been something I've done for the last couple of games. Imanol's played the last couple of games. As you can see, the last 5 matches rating is much better than his average rating for the season. The same with Matthias Diaz. The last 5 matches rating is much better than his average one. So I think that's had a much more positive effect. Diaz can now also play right back as accomplished, so his performances should get a bit better in that position as well. So yeah, take more risks on the 2 wide with the wide players. Pass it shorter on them 3. That really helped. Like I said, hopefully defensive wise the stop crosses does work. The reason why I've also done stop crosses is the fact that I've got 2 defensive midfielders in terms of rest defense. I've got 2 defensive midfielders, and also I made sure that my wingers were high work rate and high aggression. So if we try to if we stop them from crossing and send them back to the edge of the box, there should be some nice pressing going on. I should be able to deal with it with long shots and etc. So that's a much better strategy. The strikers have kind of stayed the same. An advance forward and a deal left, not really touched that. And the wingers have sort of stayed the same. All of this has kind of stayed the same. There could be some instructions I could to get more. I put dribble less on the ball with midfielder. He was giving the ball away a little too much on the halfway line. So I just wanted him to try and receive it from the defenders and then turn and pass. Which has worked a little bit better. So yeah, there's no player instructions on it on the 5 most attacking players, which I haven't really needed just yet. Maybe there'll be 1 or 2 very small tweaks to try and fully refine it, but right now it's going well. It's going really well. I'm very much enjoying it. In terms of the table, them wins put us up to 5th place, 32 points. So we're 1 match shy of the halfway points of 17. It's a 34 match season, so we're 1 match shy. But I'm 4 points less than what I finished my last season's total. I've had more wins than last season already. So we're on 32 points after 16 games. Last year it was 36 points after 34 games and only 8 wins. So that's kind of huge. Also, in terms of goal scoring, I scored 43 goals the entirety of last season. I'm on 31 already. So it's going really well. I don't know whether I can maintain it to keep a European spot. It would be extremely nice to do that. But we've got a nice 10-point gap to 8th place, which is really positive. We're closer to the top of the table than we are to 8th place. So I'm really looking forward to that. The upcoming fixtures, we've got that weird winter break in France. You play the last league game on the 14th of December, and then the next league game is the 25th, but you've got the Coupe de France in the middle. I don't know if there's multiple rounds of the Coupe de France in between. I presume there might be. Because I got knocked out in the 9th round last year, so I'm not too sure how this works. I presume that there's another round in between. It's similar to what Spain do. So yeah, I've got that winter break coming up, so I need to make sure I've got the friendlies and maintaining the sharpness so that I can kick on. But I'm hoping I can get some 2 positive results, 2 home games at the start there, and then in the new year we can kick on with the second half of the season. Maybe a Coupe de France Cup run would be nice as well. Not saying I want to win it, but you know, if we get to like a semi or something, that might be cool. So yeah, we'll see. We've got everyone to play again once over. And I've got to play some of them tough away games at home next in the second half. PSG at home, Marseille at home, Monaco at home. So I'm looking forward to that, because if I can get some good form going, I might be able to get a good result or two. Anyway, that's how it's shaping up. Right now. I've put my Twitch link down in the description below as usual. Please go and give that channel a follow, and get involved in the streams when you can. Also like and comment on the video if you wish. It's entirely up to you. And subscribe to keep up with the ongoings of the save. So that even if you miss a stream, you can always just do a catch-up video, one of these catch-up videos. But yeah, cheers for watching, guys. I shall see you in the next video or in the next stream, which should be tonight. That should be tonight. I'm not sure what the exact time, but I will be streaming later on today. And I shall see you guys then. Bye.